come it's not playing? Yeah, you have to, because you're live.
Right now?
Yeah.
Because you know it's a lot of love here. Love, love, love.
Yeah.
Ready?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. My name is Gerald, and this is Slave Revolt Radio. Last time I spoke here on this station, I talked about an action alert and the need to stop the cover-up and the crooked police trying to circumvent the law. Last year, a law called Senate Bill 1421 was passed. What this law was about was very simple. If the police put their hands on you or harm anyone in your family, you have a right to know exactly who these police officers were. Unfortunately, the police of low moral character try to hide behind a law that is called the Law Enforcement Officers' Bill of Rights, as if the police are supposed to have special rights in our society. But this so-called law, the Law Enforcement Officers' Bill of Rights, allowed the police not to give the police report, the coroner's report, etc., to the family of someone they just murdered. Now, obviously, that couldn't stand. We got together and we organized, got on all these buses, went up to Sacramento, lobbied the so-called legislature, but eventually, Senate Bill 1421 passed. Now, dig this. Even though the law passed, the pigs could not let it go. They still did not want to recognize the legitimacy of the law, and they called themselves trying to appeal it. Personally, I thought that the judges should have thrown their cases out without any further consideration, because as far as I'm concerned, the police job is to enforce the law, not to make the law. Nevertheless, they got a hearing, and we, of course, made sure that we were there when it happened. Up in Martinez, we went to the courthouse, we demonstrated in front of the courthouse, and in fact, the judges okayed the unsealing of past police misdeeds. So they have lost 4 times. Every time they go to court, they lose. And this shocks me, because all this law says is that the people should get a police report when the police fire a weapon. It should be obvious. But this time, we did not organize their sorry ass. And in fact, they are losing up and down the line. And pretty quick, I think we just gonna beat them down and demoralize them, politically speaking, and they will cease their phony resistance to the rights of the people to know what's going on in their own cases. So that is Senate Bill 1421 is doing just fine. A couple of things that I want to bring to your attention. On Monday, we go all this whole weekend. There's going to be activity for Stephan Clark in Sacramento. If you got folks in Sacramento, tell them to come alive and go check it out. Every day on this weekend, and including Monday, there will be a special event for Stephan Clark. The District Attorney of Sacramento recently returned the view, came back and said that the killing of Stephan Clark was perfectly legal. Now, let me just describe it for you so you know what happened and why these people have to go. And I'm not real big into that voting thing, but believe it or not, district attorneys are elected. This district attorney, this one in Sacramento, we need to get her up out of there any kind of way we can. Because here's what happened. Stephan Clark had the habit, for whatever reason, I don't care, it's not my business. He used to like to go in the back door of his grandmother's house. So he's on in the back door, and that's the way he liked to do his thing. There was a coincidence, somebody was breaking windows on the street next to his grandmother's house and snatching objects from people's cars, stealing stuff out of people's car. So dig this now, dig this, Ken, because you better know. They got first people called in and complained to the police. Somebody busting our windows. They done busted up 6 cars here. Probably, that's what happened. So the police sent a helicopter. Now let's get this right. And this helicopter had a special light that when they shine this light on you, it senses the heat from your body so that they can see the outline of your body. So they think they know what they're doing. They got the helicopter up there and they sensed Stephan's body. Well, it just so happened to be the wrong person, but that don't matter to them. They sensed his body. They told the other police, all right, he's over here in this area, go 20 yards this way, all of that. So then when they finally got, within an eye shot of him, they thought they saw a gun. They always think they saw a gun. And they murdered him, shot him 20 times. Now, it winds up the brother had a cell phone in his hand. My question is, what is that? I say at absolute, it's a racist murder as far as I'm concerned. But at least one would think it's negligent. You'd have to say they're the stupidest pigs imaginable. And hold on, come here. Give me that goddamn gun, you sorry son of a... How you gonna have a gun and you think everybody trying to shoot you, run around paranoid, silly? It's okay to be paranoid and silly, but you can't act on it and take someone's life. But that is precisely what they did in Sacramento more than a year ago. So there's gonna be many activities headed up by the Black Lives Matter folks. That will be this weekend coming, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday in Sacramento. I hope you come on out and check it out. It's good. They're gonna have the last demonstration will be 6 o'clock Monday night. I'm going by the light rail station in Sacramento. You can't miss it. Ain't but one. Okay? Okay, now I want to tell you about the school situation. It's old saying we say it ain't through. Stuff ain't through. They think they did something smart by ending the strike. A lot of teachers did not want to end the strike. I'll tell you what it was. It was 42% of the teachers voted no to the contract. And I'm going to tell you why. One of the things in the contract, one of the things that teachers were fighting for was to stop the closure of schools. Now, since I've been counting, they done shut down at minimum 35 schools in Oakland. They like to tell us that, oh, okay, well, there's not as many kids in Oakland today as there was 40 years ago. That may be, but here's how I judge it. How many children are in each classroom? That's the functional matter. We want the number of children in the classroom to go down. What they agreed to was to cut it by 1. But what if you got 35 kids in a class? Cutting it by 1 doesn't solve the problem. Yes, it mitigates it a bit, but it doesn't solve it. We got problems. We still have to organize. They said that they were gonna pause on the shutdown of schools. So I said, well, that's good. They're gonna pause on the shutdown of schools. Check this, y'all. They're gonna pause for 5 months. Who do these people think they're dealing with? Everybody from the community, the teachers, everybody know that's jive. Everybody know that's lame. Everybody know that's a maneuver so they can look like they was negotiating and then turn right around and carry out their program of shutting our schools down and packing all those children into a single classroom. They want to have 40 kids in a classroom. No, we gonna resist this, and here's how we starting it off. At Markham Elementary School, this the 19th, 3/19, 5 o'clock. The teachers, I'm working with them, and they're organizing a family appreciation celebration. The Markham teachers want to thank the families that stood with the union when it went out. Because remember, average daily attendance, ADA, means that's how the schools get, the administration get their money. How many kids show up? Well, we made sure that the parents had somewhere to take their children. We got Axfull Gospel Church to open up for us. We got the African Methodist Episcopal Church right there on the corner there on 73rd. They opened up for us. So we had somewhere for those children to go, and certified teachers serving those children. So the parents could go to work, because that's what we all got. We all got to scratch some kind of way. So they know, the parents know we all working together. We in this together because our future is in them classrooms. And we got to stay with this. So that's going to be March the 19th, 5 o'clock, from 5 to 6:30 in the cafeteria. We're going to have a family appreciation celebration. It's, in other words, the strike may be over, but it's only the beginning. The struggle continues. I'd like to thank y'all very much for listening, and that's going to be all for now from Slave Revolt Radio. This is Gerald signing out.